This is Alex, Jordan and Toby Longworth, incredibly talented voice actors starring in the upcoming Dawn of War 4, lending their dulcet tones to the Space Marines and beyond.
I am wrath! I am vengeance! I am death!
And I'm your host, Dave Jewett, and I got invited out to have a little painting session with Alex and Toby. We chatted about Warhammer, discussed the upcoming Dawn of War 4, and they even did their very best to teach me how to sound like an Astartes. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see the results of that. A different style of video to our usual content, but we hope you enjoy. And now without further ado, it's over to Alex and Toby.
We are the Blood Ravens. There is no victory to claim here. Only vengeance to enact.
So I've heard your dulcet tones throughout playing with the game, but what characters are you actually voicing? Characters, units, everything in between?
So I am Chaplain Ezrael of the Dark Angels, who is this handsome chap right here. I'm going to hold up the one that I've actually kind of finished painting, not the one that I am currently painting.
Oh, the good one.
The good one, the handsome chap with the skull mask.
Yeah, he's very good, that one. I'm playing, people and all kinds of types of humans in this game. Also a dreadnought, which is illustrated on the front here. I will be giving you a certain amount of dreadnought giganticism. Giganticism, yeah.
Giganticism, yeah.
I think you got the presence to sell being locked in a sarcophagus.
I think so, yeah. I think I can go that way.
I mean, how do you voice something like so larger than life than a normal human being? You've got experience doing that, but how do you dial up to 11 to be a Space Marine?
It's a funny old thing, because it is, I've been telling this story before, but it's that the first time you do anything about, I came to Warhammer through doing audiobooks. And so when the first character I did, I went, well, he's basically the biggest man you ever saw. And I'll do that. I am the biggest man you ever met. I'm huge and enormous. And, oh, that's great. This other guy's a bit bigger than him. I am the biggest man you ever met. Enormous beyond your beliefs. This guy's a little larger than him. Oh, Christ. I am the man who's... And this guy's actually built into a tank. I am enormous beyond belief.
This is quite bizarre for me, because I've spent evenings listening to Warhammer audiobooks.
Oh, really?
While painting.
Oh, brilliant.
So now it's just like one of my headphones.
Sorry, I'm the right ear that's dead.
Oh.
I know you do audiobooks, but I'm not listening to yours while painting, I'm afraid.
That's because they are smut.
Oh.
They're not. I want to be clear. They're not.
So how has it been different in doing Dawn of War 4? Because, I mean, like, one of the things that I really appreciate in listening to Warhammer stuff is when you see, like, essences of humanity start coming from characters. So have you managed to do that when voicing both named characters, but also units that are being commanded around the map?
You're right, though. There is less chance for kind of humanity in that sense. There's a lot of ordering, because you're obviously deploying people. A lot of receiving orders. I think the one bit which is most entertaining for me anyway is the bits where you're being asked to deploy twice, and you're like, I'm aware of your attention, these are the fun bits.
Stuff direct to the player.
Yeah, direct to the player. Exactly.
Is always really fun. Yeah.
I am already active. These kinds of.
It's a weird one doing with playing a chaplain doing that, because they are there to kind of remind everyone why they're there.
Their faith,
right? Do you know what I mean? So my role in that way is like, it's kind of steadfast and it's kind of unmoving and kind of it is what it is. So I kind of get to witness those more human sides through everyone else's characters.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
While telling them, be brave.
Get your stuff together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, the Dark Angels are known for saying please.
Oh, don't. You haven't been turned into heresy, have you? Oh, I am disappointed. Oh.
You collect.
You really...
You collect and paint.
Me?
Yeah. Are you about to tell us that is your army heretical?
Depends who you ask.
Oh.
Okay.
I maintain that they're not, because I collect Dark Angels.
Okay, yeah. Superb.
So I'd like to say no.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
No, I've been a Dark Angels fan since I was about 12.
Okay, so how pumped are you for Lionel Johnson?
Oh,
Like to come to this game?
turbo pumped.
Yeah.
When I first saw that, I'd just finished reading Son of the Forest. So and then that trailer popped up. I was like, well, you guys have been sort of handed quite a bit of responsibility because, I mean, this is a huge franchise, a chapter that's in the limelight mixed with a chapter that's, you know, the Blood Ravens were the first chapter that were like created outside of like general lore, right? They existed because of the first Dawn of War game, and then people really resonated with them, and now they've become sort of iconic and well known.
Okay.
They're a lot of people's first sort of chapter.
That's interesting. I don't know that, and I feel a bit like I'm better off not knowing.
No pressure.
Well, yeah, you kind of feel like, oh, Jesus, that's...
Well, there's so many people that got into Warhammer through the video games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in doing that, it was like the Blood Ravens.
Blood Ravens definitely became like my favorite chapter because
So you're Blood Raven, you would call you Blood Raven...
that would be like my, just simply because, you know, I was like, my first real experience of specific like characters outside, you know, like the knowledge and the kind of collecting and the sort of knowledge of factions. My first experience of characters in the universe really was Dawn of War. Like, yeah.
So I think my first audiobooks were with the Horus Heresy. Or at least the ones I can remember most strongly, of course, Horus Heresy. And then you kind of were dealing on on a different level than the kind of grunts, as it were. So it was quite difficult to relate it to. You know, you felt like, oh, this is this thing. Oh, this is a whole other thing. This is a different level of combatant. I think once you get into the actual Marines themselves.
And I was seeing some of your lines before. It's nice to see that they've recreated, like, not recreated, but you're bringing back some of the iconic lines from
Do you
the
know-
old units.
I literally was quoting earlier on, like certain lines, certain quotes really stick with me. I think the big one is, an open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Yes! That, and then I was saying the Gretchen, just the, what do you want? When you select them and stuff. Oh, I love it. I was playing again last night. I played Chaos Space Marines against Space Marines. Because I was like, I want to give myself a challenge. Because I feel as though like the Chaos Space Marines are one of the more, like in the original games, they're one of the more challenging ones to, outside I think Eldar. I think
Which one were you playing?
2.
2. Yeah, so they're the one, they start off with like squishy cultists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Real squishy cultists. And then if you don't lay down your, I mean, it's not the barracks for the Chaos Space Marines in that, what is it, that they...
I think
It functions the same as barracks in the Space Marines. It's basically the same. Exactly. But they call it something else, and I'm trying to remember what it is. And if you don't get them out quick, like especially if you're up against Space Marines, you are going down quick.
Well, that's when I was playing a little of the version of Dawn of War 4 that they sent over to get a sense of your dulcet tones. And it was nice to feel like the Space Marines were like tanky. They had so much staying power.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then playing as them, I was like, yeah, I'm unbeatable.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah,
the
it would
Space
be
Marines should be
They've
sort of
got
like
to be
fewer
just-
units, heavy hitters, like
Yeah. And that's how they're written. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see that sort of come alive.
Yes.
We are. I don't want to say we're in a sort of Warhammer video game renaissance. I think we've been in that for a few years. But it's
Yeah.
nice to see that continue.
I do feel that it seems like I hear people, you know, you get really nervous about when you do a game and you hope that it's going to go well. And, you know, people are very, very honest, and they are very, you know, they really respond really honestly, and they're not going to put up with it if it's rubbish.
yeah.
And you know that. And it's, you know, I think you've got a very loyal fan base who will support you, you know, if your intentions are good, but they'll just tell you if it's rubbish.
This is why after playing the game, getting hands-on at Gamescom, I was like, okay, I feel like I'm going to be a good litmus test for this, because I am coming into this purely first and foremost as a fan of the original games.
Yeah.
And I came away going, I can put bias aside.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. So that was the moment I went, okay, it's good. It's
I
good.
think that's it, and it's just like, oh God, you hope it's all very well for all the high and mighty ideals you have about it, but if it's gonna be It's sort of the fans of the thing. It's if they enjoy it.
So were you aware when you landed this gig and you were told you would have to say things like, even in death I still serve, that is like something that fans will hear once and be like really hyped to hear again?
But I try not to be too aware of it because I want to try and bring my own kind of
Plots
to it.
It's Toby's version.
Yeah.
I was saying that I think that it's really interesting with a game like this, as someone who quotes those character selection and command lines frequently to this day, that being aware of the importance of just those what seem like normally throwaway lines.
Yeah.
Of like when you say that a command can't be, completed, or like someone selects you, moves you, and you're like, moving out, that kind of thing. Like, knowing how much those how much I remember them and how much they mean to me. Like, it's a really weird feeling to step in and go, yeah, the story moments are cool, but I'm also really excited just to say the like little throwaway lines.
But these are the bits that people hear most often, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if you were playing Chaos last time you were playing, you were hearing like, do you hear the voices too?
Yes, do you hear the voices too? Yes, yeah. Honestly, I jumped into that and I just randomized because I was like, I don't want to choose right now. I just want to I wanted a hit of nostalgia, and I was like, I just want to let the computer decide what I'm going to get.
Well, as a huge Dark Angels fan, I'm glad to see that there's like sort of Dark Angel specific lines as well that allow that chapter to have a little extra flavor.
Their identity on it.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for the game?
I mean, just more Dark Angels, honestly. I mean, I love that the Blood Ravens are back.
Do you ever slum it with other groups? Do you decide you're not going to go Dark Angels and?
What, in terms of the game or in general? I do like how the Mechanicus play.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. They seem to be in their. There's a lot of love, a lot of momentum behind the Mechanicus.
Yeah. I've got actually really good fun to play Mechanicus. I've had really good fun because they're hilariously fun to voice and also hilariously entertaining. Just again, their extraordinary sincerity about possibly the most kind of ludicrous faith-based religion you can imagine, really. And you're like, no, you've got to believe this and go with it. And you're like, wow, that's quite a tall order. But
so how is it voicing characters like Space Marine or other augmented things? Because hearing you guys do your lines, it's coming out of a human being.
Yeah.
In the game, they're often altered. They're coming with helmets.
I was saying is the weird thing. I've heard my voice, but I haven't yet heard it with the helmet on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to that, because at the moment I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with what I'm doing, but it's going to be an extra surprise for me when I hear myself in the game. Really hearing it like in situ, I think that's going to be probably the coolest bit.
Did you get that green you spilt so massively?
Listen, I just spread it around a bit
liberally for everyone
on the table.
Was it a wash?
Yeah.
Contrast paint.
Yeah. Can I scoop some of that up? Sure.
I'm butchering this one now. I got overly confident.
But your high point is very high.
I know, but the lows are really low.
Oh yeah, you've never been worse.
Yeah.
What was your guys' entry point into the franchise? Have you always been into Warhammer? Is it fairly new?
I first got into it probably when I was about 7 or 8. Earlier than you. Yeah. I win. Yeah, I'm the real fan here.
I'm laughing.
Anyone else younger? Anyone else getting younger than me? 7 or 8? 7 or 8?
No.
Any other takers? Any more? I win in the room. My cousin was older than me by about 10 years, painted and collected. And I kind of saw his minis and got into it. And, every time we'd go to Dorset, I would grab the boxes to sort of have a little look at, what he had. And then my dad was basically like, this could be a good hobby that means that you can do it any time of the year. You can do it indoors. And then I think he realized how much money it was going to cost because I wanted to buy full armies. Do you know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, what have I done? It's kind of like photography. Wonderful hobby. Great hobby. But then you go, oh, this is going to have all my money.
Yeah. Could have been origami. That would have been better.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet, though, there's a way for origami to be like, this is real class origami paper. And it costs £100 a sheet.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So it was through my cousin, really. And then I used to go to the Games Workshop in Portsmouth, which was the nearest one to me, and bought a starter box, which was Britannia and Lisbon, and then I got Britannia and Orcs. Britannia were kind of my main because I really liked the heraldry, and I really liked kind of going, right, I'm coming up with this knight, and I'm going to come up with a backstory of why his heraldry is the way it is, and why his colors are the way that they are, and that was really, really cool. And why then, like, you know, certain men at arms would be painted with a specific knight's colors and all that stuff. So I really like that. And then I inherited my cousin's 40K, majority 40K, but also some old world stuff. And he was really, really into trying to, like, early doors in the sort of, 1990s, early noughties, doing, like, getting literal, like, sewing needles to dip to sort of, like, try and get real fine line, doing, like, tiger, like, the people, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, okay, this is where it, this is kind of like the idea of trying to push it a little bit further than
Did
just
you get put off, or did you get?
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. I remember taking one of my cousin's ones into school one time, and the teacher, who was the mum of a friend of mine, basically looking at it and then just going, yeah, my son paints them better.
What?
And I remember as a kid being like,
Oh, I'm a child.
are you okay? I don't think you're okay.
I don't think that's all right.
No.
You can't do that. Can you?
And also, I was just like, I didn't paint it, so fine. Like,
Oh, wow. Well, no, I suppose that's fair enough.
yeah.
But I mean, it's very fun. Yeah. Up in Nottingham, you see everybody brings their armies to play. I mean, there's a big room in Nottingham that everybody comes and plays. And everyone's bringing out their armies. And it's hard not to sort of kind of go, oh, it's not very good. I'm not out loud, but once you've seen the really good ones, you're like...
Or at least you don't think you're saying it out loud.
I find the amount of paints quite... I don't intimidated too is the wrong word, but I think it kind of overwhelming. As I say, as somebody who makes models but uses a different technique, you've kind of like got, oh God, you guys have got this really... I wish I'd had these systems mapped out to me. Because, my God, it's the level of quality. I mean, if I think of the modelling magazines I used to have when I was a kid.
Because your different technique, you paint with just spoons, right?
Yeah, spoons and a fork.
Yeah.
And you do it underwater.
And you just claim that it's something, you're creating a new technique.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You might be doing a different one.
Oh, I'm doing spoony forky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't get into Golden Demon with spoony fork.
I did not realise that. That is disappointing.
Well, but you can if it's specifically underwater, so.
Oh, yes, it's underwater.
They've got a category for that now. So.
I did not know. Things change.
Yeah.
God.
Well, to get real niche on the lore front,
Okay.
you know that there's sort of memes or rumors around the blood ravens that they've got sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously,
Well, they've got a lot of things that they need to protect and keep safe.
that aren't theirs.
That's what you think.
Okay.
That's
Atmosphere now, ladies and gentlemen.
That's like just your opinion, man.
I'm saying they're stealing them. You're saying they're strategically taking them and moving them to an alternate
It's
location.
resource acquisition and redistribution and management.
He talks the talk.
I've heard you name the various Warhammer bits of tech and Greeblies, and
Oh, yeah.
so if you could go into the far future, steal a piece of Imperial tech and bring it back.
Now, class steel, does that count as imperial?
Well, it's like a material, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, because
Plastic will be very helpful.
yeah, it feels like the most helpful material. Also, I tell you, Hololith is a great thing, mainly because it took me quite a long time to say it naturally. And
Look at you now. You said it so
yeah,
smooth.
but it took a while for me. And the other word that I found really troublesome to do, which seems all right on its own, strategium. Seems all right on its own, but you put it into a sentence. I shall see you in the strategium.
Do you know the interesting one with Games Workshop is obviously like delivering a specific word and you think you've said it exactly correctly and then you're back in to do some pickups and there's someone going, nope, the stress was just ever so slightly wrong because it's such a specific lexicon.
Yeah.
That's the right word. There's a specific lexicon, very specific, with very specific pronunciations. And you're like listening going, I still think I said it the right way. And then they'd like do it and you're like, okay, I think I hear it's tiny, minute differences because it's just such like such specificity to it.
I think everyone has had the experience where they read this word in High Gothic or
Yeah.
in a codex or in a book, and
Yeah.
then they'll listen to an audiobook
Yeah.
or a game, and it's said completely different.
That's just choices that you make, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully, if you make them early enough, then that makes it true.
If I can be the first one to make the mistake, then
Yeah.
technically,
I think
it's
Las
the
Pistol, Las Fire. I think a lot of people at the time when we first started out is it not Lays Fire? Because it's lasers.
laser.
Yeah. But we stood and stuck by it, and that's the way it's going to be.
So in the early phases of your work so far, have you got any favourite voice lines?
I'm now convinced that it is my favourite line is one of his, which is I have been assailed by a librarian.
The librarian must die.
He hates librarians. It seems so. What the hell have they
Well, I was
done?
saying, you know, the weird thing about like when you can obviously go and do skirmishes against like your own faction and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So you have like lines which are against your own faction,
Oh,
which
yeah, of
feels
course.
kind of weird to do.
Because that's such a rare mashup or
Yeah.
a mix on a skirmish.
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I wondered why you were screaming about librarians.
I know.
I thought you should have a book overdue.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's exactly what it sounds like. It just seems so disproportionate, you know.
This librarian is claiming I have 3 codexes.
How dare you?
I only have 2 at any one time.
Come on, it says so clearly in its rules.
So you're just after a big hunk of plasteel. That's what you want to.
Yeah,
No,
I feel like they're so useful. I mean,
Nah.
I'm not very good at. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it.
Mine would be a power sword.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to a chainsaw.
I could see. I was thinking about that, and I could not trust myself. You
Yeah,
give me a
that's true.
chainsaw, and I'm losing.
What about with the power sword?
Exactly right.
I mean,
Imagine that like crackle.
Yeah, yeah.
keep it off around me. Otherwise, I'd be all over the shop. I'd
Yeah.
make a mischief out of myself.
Well,
I was trying
yeah.
to think what you might say, but then I'm like, all of the technology's sort of awful.
Yeah.
It's all a bit,
Do you know what? If you
leaky and steamy and relies on these poor sods with wires coming at the back.
if you want to go for the worst one, that I actually kind of probably would go for is a fucking servitor skull.
Oh yeah.
be cool.
That would be really cool.
floating
Just to
around.
have a little floating skull around with you, just being like,
Yeah.
just give me access to that over there.
That really limits your fashion sense, though, and that is your statement piece.
I don't know if you wear a backpack and you just literally have a backpack that you can just do that, and this skull,
It scuttles out.
you just say, like.
Surely it's gotta be
I'm
done.
going Maverick and Rogue because I'm happy with the one that I did here. I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to just go for a blue bike.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I know.
Because he's stolen it from the Ultramarines.
I've cut loose from the. He's repurposed it. He's acquired it. He is putting it to better use than they would. Okay.
I think you've brought the bar is very high with that other bike, so you can sort
Yeah,
of.
but I worry about you now.
Yeah, he's a dark horse.
I actually worry. No, I don't mean anything to do with your patch. I
Don't
worry
worry
about
about
you. Like you arrived, I
Yeah,
had
I
like
saw
we've
you had a
we
gun.
started this conversation within the space of that time. I've gone. I'm worried about you, man.
I'm not sure where he's going with this.
Hey, I'm perfectly trustworthy.
I've got that weird spilled green. I didn't use it in the end. I thought I'd give it you back.
Also, I didn't like the pause you put after perfectly. You just went, I'm perfectly
Something
trustworthy.
I'm
around
secretly
that.
auditioning for any Dark Angels units that might need a voice on. I'm giving you
Okay. Go on. Do you want to?
vibes.
Do you want to give us? Do you want to give us? Okay. Say, the librarian must die.
Yeah.
Give us your best.
I've been assailed by a librarian.
I've been assailed by a librarian, and the librarian must die.
Stand up to that.
I've been assailed by a librarian. That is very good, actually. See?
The librarian must die.
The librarian must die.
Yes.
How was that?
That was pretty good. It's pretty good. You seem a bit amused in
leaving.
the second one, though. So I thought-
I'm leaving. I have to leave.
There's a brilliant bit at the end of it's talking about how you get these extraordinary moments of great weight and pith and honor. It's going, and then Romeo and Juliet. There is a beautiful speech. It's a heroic couplet, and I can't remember what the character is who says it, but it's never was there such a tale of woe.
It's
Romeo, Juliet, and her Romeo.
it's. Is it the friar? Is it?
It's maybe the friar says it, I'm not sure. It hasn't got very much else to say, but it's the classic thing that you wait all play, and you've got to say, never was there such a tale of woe of Juliet and her Romeo. Never was there such a tale of woe of Juliet and her Romeo. Never was there such a tale of woe as Romeo and her Juliet.
Never was there such a tale of woe.
I think I screwed it up at the end there.
All I want now is to hear Shakespeare in the voice of a Space Marine.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
To be. Oh, not to be.
Well, I gave a good shot of voicing a Space Marine, but I think I need some tips. So how if not me, the people at home, how do you voice a Space Marine?
Well, I mean, very carefully. The thing about Space Marines is that they are, as huge and as gravelly as you can possibly imagine a person to be. Beyond what you can imagine a person to be. They have. You can't go too big. I think Alex was making the point that earlier on how it's just you literally cannot be too large in your performance of a Space Marine. I mean, I suppose that's like red rag to a bull. I bet you can be. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
It's borderline impossible.
Yeah, they are. They're beyond lampoon. They're not funny. They are just the most extraordinary thing that exists in the universe. The most powerful things you could imagine. So yeah, make them powerful.
Try and sound like the most powerful thing imagined.
Yeah.
Be the most
That's easy,
powerful
right?
thing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's I think a lot of it is supporting from the diaphragm, but holding in the throat to give that kind of gravel and that grit, right? But if you just do that, then it's kind of up here, right? So you've got to really like project from like down the diaphragm. So you really use a lot of air to sort of like push the air out.
That's a very, very good technical illustration of it. Because you've also got to keep it going. And a lot of people can do it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm already at my limit.
Yeah, you do realise it's like, I've got to do this all day.
Yeah.
I mean, so how do you like add the nuance from going from a Space Marine to a Dreadnought to a Librarian to a Chaplain?
It's interesting because it's interesting.
Space Marine.
Yeah.
It's interesting because we're only really talking about the voices. They are, and the performances are more than just the voices. So a thing like a Dreadnought, we were talking earlier on about how it's got there's a lot of pathos, or at least tragedy in the story of it, and that informs whatever voice you use. There's the size of voice is a big part of it, but also you've got to take into account like the faith that Alex is talking about, how much faith is an important part of that character's makeup. I'm going to ask you to take over because this is a very difficult decal and I'm screwing it up.
So when, if you're voicing a Chaplain, for example, anytime a subject of faith comes up, you just give it that little more oomph.
I mean, when I auditioned for it, there were 4 characters that I was asked to audition for, and I kind of read them all pretty similar because I was like, if I get to be in this game, I really want to get to be in this game with a voice that is full of might and oomph and just that
Brio.
kind of And I was like, this is what I kind of want to do, and I kind of looked at it and went, I really hope I get to play the Chaplain because that's kind of what I think this voice is best suited for. I want a sick big motorbike with an amazing helmet. Yeah, I was just like, if I'm doing a Space Marine, I want to do the most kind of
Space Marine.
religious-y, like Space Marine that kind of is, right? That thing of it's just all religious text and stuff like that, kind of like,
which you don't have to piece it in with any other. That is his unique selling point.
Yeah. So I approached the audition with that in mind, and luckily they went, yeah, that works for this. And I was like, thank goodness. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like everything is driven, and it's not that it lacks nuance, but there is just everything is kind of similar, right? Because that's his whole point. He is steadfast. He is someone that the others can turn to if there's, he's there to make sure no one becomes corrupted. He's there to keep everyone on the right path. But he's kind of like that. That's his thing. He's kind of has to remain a constant. There is, as I say, it's not that he's template. It's not that he's just the same thing and there's no nuance. I think it's just a sense of steadfastness, and that kind of comes across in the delivery. It has to be just utterly certain all the time. That's kind of his vibe.
Certainty is good.
No, exactly.
Interesting. And Dreadnoughts, you got to add a little sadness to it.
I think it's a sadness. I mean, it's not their personal sadness. It's a tragedy that is born out of their position. I mean, it's a tragic thing. I don't even know if they're aware of the tragedy of their position. I don't know. I mean, now I can't remember the name of the book where I spent most time playing
They have to be kept sort of in stasis.
Yeah.
But exactly, so they don't go insane. So there's a kind of delusion in it as well. They're kind of
And they're the elders, so you want to impart like wisdom.
Yeah. And it's got also there's a kind of, it's a delightful kind of, it's a conundrum because they're dead as well. They're dead. You're dead. It's your job is yet to end.
But even in death,
And even
I
in
still
death you
serve.
serve. Exactly correct.
Even in death, I still serve.
Even in death.
I've been trying. I'm one of those disgusting people that lick their brushes. But
Yeah, I can't not do.
These are communal, so I've been trying very hard not to.
I've been licking only your brushes though.
Every time I talk to Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is starting to look like he nicked an ultramarine bike.
Let me see it.
He didn't. Wait, no, you said he didn't nick it.
He repurposed it. He's acquired it.
strategically-
He's strategically
took
repurposing
equipment to
it.
an alternate location.
Yes,
I
there
think
you
it
go.
looks really good. What's you doing? Have you unbent your crozier?
No,
Which is
because
not a phrase you say
I'm
very often.
worried because in doing so, I've snapped off the bottom of each of the loops.
Oh.
I'm worried that if I try to do it so, it's going to just snap it. So
Fair
I
enough.
don't.
And in the manual, they say for safety, you need to have that. Have that on.
Is that what they say? I did not know that.
You guys doing what you do, you must every now and again think, I might be the first person to have walked this earth to have said that sentence.
Yes,
I have
absolutely.
this all the time.
All the time, pal.
All the time. I stop in something and go, do you think any human being has ever said that combination of words before?
I'm being assailed by a librarian.
Yeah, I mean all the time. It happens frequently.
Can I get your spilled green? I want to find.
We can just call it the green wash. We can call it the
We
contrast.
could do,
don't-
but I think people need to be reminded. Yes.
Oh, mine's come.
oh.
Oh, no, I was about to say mine's come off quite well, but no, it's still all there.
We can show off what we've painted in. How long are we going? 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm actually painting a different one now, so I should probably stop that.
I don't trust this.
Brushes down. What have we accomplished
Oh, right.
in
Oh,
45 minutes?
Oh, Jesus
it's quite difficult.
Christ.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think you've done really well.
Come on.
I think that's a
Yeah.
nice
Come on.
that's
May I?
Yeah, please.
Oh,
I mean, it only took me half an hour, so
Oh.
just over it.
Says you that doesn't want a power sword. Look at that thing.
I've just got a bit of paint on there. Shall I just do a little?
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, you saw me paint it.
Of course.
You're right, I did.
I love the base. I love those
This
little
is,
tufts.
legally, this is my witness statement.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun. Run.
Cubs, Scouts Honor. I witnessed this being painted live here
Yeah,
now.
Dave done it.
within the space of 30 minutes. Goodness, it's dry.
Oh, you must have got.
Just like this.
Oh, it's sweet.
That is very, very good. That's very impressive.
And as a Dark Angel, I'd never lie about it.
No, exactly.
No, never,
that's
never,
it,
never,
yeah.
never, never.
Not never.
That's very impressive. Let's all
brilliant.
give Dave a round of applause.
Oh, well done.
I feel bad about my own joke now.
Alright, I think it's time to see some master voice actors at work, showcasing some lines from the game and seeing if they can make a Space Marine out of me.
I am wrath. I am vengeance. I am death.
Well met, brother. I am Ezreal, chaplain of the Dark Angels.
I shall grant it a final death.
By the blood of the fallen does the Imperium endure.
They shall feel the wrath of the ancients.
Our outriders are among the fastest of our forces, and shall strike where the need is greatest.
I am wrath. I am iron. I've moved on.
Off the screen.
Off the screen. For the Emperor
We
again.
had another
Can we
request
get another for the Emperor? Sorry.
Yeah, here you go, one of these.
For the Emperor. For the Emperor.
Give us an even bigger one.
For the Emperor.
I heed the words of wrath.
How's that?
Big, break it out.
For the chapter!
That's pretty good.
I pulled my chest muscle.
Is that what was it your chest doing there? Well, you made 6 words before you died.
My voice is fury! My words are fire! Heed the words of death!
I think I'm just doing an impression of you.
Try and be a bit open up a bit more. Make sure, because you've got that thing of, make sure it's coming from right down here.
Heed the words of death!
It's not bad, isn't it?
My voice is fury! My words are fire! Righteous rage shall cleanse it!
Can you give it a righteous rage.
I can't roll my R's, so I'd be a terrible space marine.
It shall be no more.
Big. I gotta be big.
Big, yeah,
Big.
bigger this one.
I am wrath. I am iron. I am fury.
Nobody's really clear on the pronunciation of wrath.
Oh, have you got a honey and lemon?
We have fought the enemies of humanity across 1,000 worlds. No respite, no remorse, no mercy.
Thank you all for watching. Like I said, a different style of video today, but please let us know what you thought and what other industry experts, actors or beyond you would like us to feature on the channel. As always, a massive shout out to all of our wonderful supporters over on the EXP Patreon who allow us to make cool content like this. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more stuff like this. Once again, I want to say thank you for watching, subscribe so you don't miss out on future content, and I will see you very soon.
We are the wrath of the Emperor, his angels of death.